We'll start in the same place we always start. Talk to me about the greatest strength and the greatest weakness of that Cleveland Browns offense.
Their greatest strength is this two-headed monster that they have in running back. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. They're the only two running backs in the league with over 200 rushing yards. The Cleveland Browns are running the ball 52% of the time. They're averaging 170 rushing yards per game. And so what they've discovered is that when they play hit-you-in-the-mouth football, they're a lot more successful. By running the ball and committing to the run, they've been able to put Baker Mayfield on a pitch count. The last two games, Baker Mayfield has had a passer rating over 100 because he's throwing fewer than 25 times in each of those contests. And because they're able to run the ball and because they forced the defense to put an extra defender in the box, you're now getting more one-on-one coverage for Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry. And even though they don't throw it as much as they have, you still have to be worried about OBJ because despite the narrative that comes out of Cleveland about them needing to get rid of him, he's still as dangerous as he's always been, and he could be a problem, particularly for a Cowboys secondary that has been struggling in coverage.
Bucky, I'm trying to get a good grasp of what the Cowboys secondary might be facing this week. When you compare the Browns receiver group to the ones that the Cowboys have already faced, where would you rank them?
I would say that the Browns are more talented than the groups that they face. Now, they may not be as effective because in Seattle, Russell Wilson was, he's been letting them cook. But I think if we were to do a draft and you could pick your druthers over OBJ and some of the other guys, I think he would be at the top of the list up there with Julio Jones. I think some of the bloom is off the rose just because of all the stuff that has taken place. But make no mistake, he's as dangerous as ever. And then Jarvis Landry is a guy that is just a chain mover. And with Austin Hooper coming in, they can give you problems. And for the Cowboys, I think the big thing will be how does Mike Nolan decide to play this game? They're a team that has shown some split safety looks, some quarters. And the advantage of quarters is you can get 9-man boxes in traditional sets. The problem is your corners now are left on islands. And so how confident is Mike Nolan that his young guys can hold up on the corner? Because it starts there when he's building the game plan. Does he believe that his corners can hold up? Because if he does, then he could put extra defenders. But if not, they could get gashed with the running game.